All right. So let me hold your hand through what martial arts are. And then we'll talk about what martial arts aren't. Okay? What martial arts aren't is a bunch of geeks who consider themselves smart, who go to school. What is smart? Smart backwards, okay, is T, the feminine suffix, rams. You have the word ram in smart. Gender neutral Baphomet, the female brain, science, Apollo. Look at Apollo's pictures. Is he a really manly man? No, he has a female brain. Look at his statue, rather. Look at Hercules' statue. Is he a manly man? No, and most people don't see why. Just because you have muscles like the WWF wrestler doesn't mean you're a mature man. Are wrestlers in the WWF mature, or are they fucking strong weirdos? They can beat people up. They can rape fucking two women at the same time, probably. But they're fucking, that doesn't make them a man. Having rape cult, grapple, rape L, pan fucking thongs on, and big muscles doesn't make you a man. Hercules has a push face. He has an LGBT face. He comes from a culture that embraced the gender neutral world energy. And this goes back to Gaia, Gaia. It goes back to Jeb, who was a man and an earth deity, who was right next to the people who worshiped the female earth deity, Ki. And this also goes back to the Igbo people that united the land, right? Their bloodline, this kind of leopard bloodline, the son of the leopard societies and the falcon tribes that united Egypt. Okay? And these guys had their own earth deity, Anna, who was a female. And then we go back to the call to Diana, right? They're like, look, kill the idea of a woman who respects the martial arts structure, which is what Anna's supposed to be, and bring them the fucking gender-neutral deity when you mix Jeb and Ki, for example, Egypt and Sumer, fairly close to each other. Okay, and they certainly had trade relations with each other. They knew of each other, and their cults and priests, you know, so on and so forth. They plugged each other, whatever the fuck those weirdos did. Anyway, so now let's look at the wordplay with martial. This is key. The divine order is a martial art order. Can any of you, for the life, if your family's life was on the line, can you think of a more logical argument as to who the leader should be naturally and supernatural? Okay, the essence of nature is what the martial artist extracts. Supernature, if you will. Okay, supernatural. He works on his mind, body, soul, and hones his senses so he can truly detect what the spirit really is, versus some unfocused weirdo with a thong on saying, I feel the spirit, who from an Ishtar transvestite cult or something. It's straightforward. Martial means to order, to arrange. Who should be respected in ordering it? Who really is spiritual versus who's a Harry Potter, Willow Osgood, weird Mickey Mouse, Fantasia, Magic Cards, Sumerian bitch. It is straightforward. Okay, and once they've lowered that line to the gender-neutral earth energy, which is what a sage is. Hi, guys, I'm a sage. Gandalf the Grey, he's not exactly manning up. He's lowered his quote-unquote masculinity, which goes back to cold, soul to soul, which has the word old, sage, age, cage, rage, page. We can go on and on, on and on. Titties flapping in the wind, happy of the Nile, Atum, the great he, she. Sages are sniveling bitches who aren't men. They've lowered it. They've sunk to the level of being a little girl so they can team up with everybody who doesn't want to obey the martial art order because they lack moral courage, moral precision, moral insight, moral will, moral intelligence, on and on and on. Okay? Very simple. So what does their own magic card thong wordplay say? Where is it right? Where is it wrong? Where does it tell what it's supposed to be? And where does it tell what they're trying to do? In the wordplay, you have the truth, the half-truth, and the lie. Martial to order. Mate, Ra, I, L. We get M-A-T, Ra, then the I from martial, and the L. Mate, Ra, I, L. Martial scrambled with phonetics applied. Sounds, phone, sound. Mate, Ra, I, L. Those who see it that way and their behavior reflects it. You know, if I say, no, I agree with you completely, that's what should be done, and I'm doing something else, do I see it that way? No. It is not enough to say, I see it your way, and to not obey God. You don't see it my way. This also goes back to the confusion with wearing yellow. They see it Apollo's way. They are antichrist, scientific, yellow thong bitch. Pink bunny slippers and yellow thong isn't the same as yellow as the marshaling force of the martial arts structure that God naturally placed to be in charge. They cannot be betrayed and replaced without man being sealed in hell. They don't see it. Apollo is compared to Horus by gender-neutral bitches, but not, obviously he's not Horus, son of Ra. He's a Khan Horus. Min, moon, Amun, okay, and Atum are connected. Okay? A mate, fake, patah, path. What path are you on? He's a snake. He's associated with snakes. Illusion. Crafts. Okay? So, mate, ra-il. Now listen carefully. This is key here. Mature, A-L. Okay? Mature, A-L. M-A-T, the I becomes a U, R. Mature, A for alpha, L. Also mature, mature A, lay. Okay, the purpose of martial arts, and also marital, you can get marital by switching the I and the T, marital arts. The purpose of martial arts is to marshal on behalf of God and to see who obeys and who gets to go to heaven. The true purpose of martial arts is to see who gets to go to heaven and who's a sniveling craftsman, sage, presentation, demonstration, bitch. Okay? Demonstration. Demos, the people. Venus, Pandemos. Venus common to all the people. Pan meaning all. For all the Greco-Roman deities. All the followers of the Greco-Roman deities, okay, get to sleep with some fucking street-walking whore. Venus Pandemos is a street-walking whore in that sense. Okay. So, mature A-L, mature A-lay. How do you order society? Martial meaning to order and to arrange. To the bitches, it is solicitously, sexually, sexual solicitation. Okay. To the bitches, it is with eros, erotic desire. To the people of God, it is based on your structure. People should look up to this guy. Pharaoh should never be rejected by any female. Any female who's a true martial artist must make herself extremely receptive to Pharaoh at this end time. Okay? Period. This is a reproduction war. Pharaoh, the Pharaoh. What it is in the name is the reproductive cycle. Everything else is what is implied. Okay? What is known by the martial arts structure, the only way to fairly do it is the top martial artist to do it. Everyone else is a rape cult bitch. That's why the word fair in the English language, magic spell, magic card bitches. Okay? Now, all white people used to be able to read. These are the magic card rich bitches, privileged, sniveling, Greco-Roman, orgy, pedophile, cretin, pederastry bitches who did the writing and reading and writing. These are rape cult sages, sex magic, Crowley-like bitches. Crow meaning the symbol of the bird of the dead. Look up Brandon Lee, the crow, the movie. It's a symbol of the dead. The raven and the crow are similar. Raven is symbol of Odin, Poseidon, pose, Odin, pussy, Odin, pass-e, Odin, magic card bitch, fair-skinned, magic card bitch versus the fair sun cycle of Ra as the marshalling force of the sun with guys who didn't have shirts on, who were out in the sun, who were black African people from a long history of doing just that, of truly following the sun spiritually and absorbing its rays. But that obviously isn't enough. It is the accompanying moral code that allows one to triumph. Not the being dark-skinned alone. Not being dark-skinned, but the accompanying moral code. And focusing that righteous indignation to outmaneuver somebody because you have more moral and mental clarity, and you come from a long line of martial art kings that have more moral and mental clarity. So mate Ra-il, because Pharaoh is Horus, son of Ra. That's why the purpose of martial arts is to elevate this person so he can control reproduction on behalf of God. Everything else is a sniveling pussy, like, look at me with a thong on. How can anyone compare to somebody who emerges as a hero? One who does not act is a pussy. Not to act in a rape cult world, in a mind control world, in a chip your brain and leave nobody unchipped with a thong on fucking world is an act of a coward, not a martial artist. Even in their wordplay, Mars, the deity of war, is a deity of war. Not sitting out there with a thong on while your people are destroyed. That's not martial arts. You can say that's your religious beliefs, fine, but you're not in the running of the top martial artist. You can't sit there with a thong on while people are abused, including people in your fucking family, you fucking cowards, and pretend that you're greater than he who did emerge. Horus, son of Ra, the archetype of Pharaoh, not they who have retreated and let the world suffer rape called abuse, pretending that they transcend. Transcend. Snap out of it. Selflessly. But as a warrior, he acts selflessly. Not his own self-interest, selflessly. And of course, it is in his interest only because he's serving God. But you know what the fuck I mean. Marry tall, more tall. Why? Because the ideal warrior is taller. If we can make a guy who's tall and focused, right, have the rank, the falcon range, the mountain range, the A range, the range. The ranger. What about Ranger Rick? Get him the fuck out of here. He's a bitch. Okay? More alpha light. More, A for alpha, L-I-T, phonetics applied light. Lay I trim or lay a trim. This is where one of the, it's not Hercules. Right? Hercules is not a martial art. He's a brute. It's lay alpha trim. So we see right there in the wordplay, them spelling out what type of a person is the top martial arts. It's right there in the wordplay. Mate Ra I-L. Horus, son of Ra. Martial to a range. It's right there. A range in the wordplay. Range. He's tall. He has range. And he's the son of Ra, like Narmer on the Narmer palette. Horus, son of Ra. Mate Ra I-L. Mature A-L. He's not someone like, no, I don't accept it. My culture made me small. My culture made me big. No. These guys need diapers. Not top martial artist positions, not teacher positions. Give them diapers. Render unto the babies the diapers that should go to them. Okay? Bible, baby L. We're white. We're white. The Pharaoh should be white. Give them diapers and Kleenex. They're not worthy. It's a no-brainer. Think about it. It's right there in the wordplay. Raw and also light. Okay, the people who embraced the light and the people who didn't. If your people are from a long line of people that embrace the sun, how come you're white? It's insane. Like, we were in Africa for thousands of years. How come you're white? Mate Ra I-L, mature A-L, mature A lay, marry tall, more alpha light, lay I trim, lay A trim, more to A-L. You're marshaling things. More power to him. More admiration of potential wives. More economic advancement. He should be in charge. If you're not stopping at nothing to put me in charge and to obey God through me, you're not a martial artist. You're a Baphomet rape cult bitch. At best, you seem like a decent person and you're giving him a facelift. You know, it's like the cops, a bunch of corrupt cops putting one good cop to speak to the press. Yes, well, we do a good job. I'm a good one. I'm a good one, right? He's complicit too. You're making it seem like those bitches are doing the right thing. Don't you see how that's pure fucking evil? One could argue he's the most evil of all. Because people would say, look, the cops are corrupt, and stay away from it if it wasn't for bitches like that. Because the bitches like that, they're like, hi guys, all accepted and shit. So we look at Marshall, right? Now let's look at some of their bitch wordplay. Low IT RAM, information technology, technology. Low, it's low down, integrated marketing. What you're doing is low down. You're using technology to snake he who is a superman, this true spirit of masculinity, the essence, the core, the marshaling source, the heart of masculinity. He who is a superman because he's in the heart of masculinity, he's in the core of moral truth. You're using technology to snake him? That's low IT, titty flapping, Baphomet tits type of bitch. And just because you're drugging this guy and reducing his technology, reducing his testosterone rather, doesn't mean that you're in the right. Lay IT ram. IT is also this feminine suffix, the I, the visual. So late, light, ray, M. This is the evil guys. They came late. This guy's gone. You're supposed to obey him. You went far away. You didn't obey him. You weren't in the martial art order. You're late. That is the Ray M, the light pointed down. It is not God's sword. It is Luciferian light, Ray, the E, the gender neutral energy. Lot I, lot from the Bible, lot I or lot O or lot E, ram or more or magic ear.